Packers. Now we are on to the Green Bay Packers.
What does Chet
Over the
say?
pilot. The Green Bay Packers.
Guarantee.
Let's go ahead and get that big man on the screen first, Matt LaFleur. Let's pull up Matt LaFleur in the Packers last year. Let's talk about who was once our tribal coach, the most underrated, underappreciated head coach in the game, Matt LaFleur. That title is now moved to Kevin O'Connell because Matt should be, he's no longer underrated or underappreciated. Matt should be in your top 5.
Yes. Yes.
So Matt should
Yes.
be he should be in the top 5, right?
He's
So
in ours. He's
in
not
ours.
gonna
So
be
he's
in
no
everybody
longer
else's
underrated,
because
underappreciated coach.
he gonna be in ours. He ain't gonna be in everyone else's because everybody else is who they are and they like to listen to
Yeah.
just,
So Matt,
general population media.
so where's the debate in Matt's rankings? So we got Andy, Sean, Nick, and I feel like those are the only 3 you can like be like, okay, like I don't want to say not debate it, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like those are the only 3 where you could be like, hey, it's almost harder to put him over because, you know what I'm saying?
Could probably throw McDermott in there.
I'm taking LaFleur over McDermott.
Okay. Not mad at that.
Yeah.
Not mad at
Yeah,
that.
I'm taking LaFleur over McDermott. I'm still taking LaFleur over O'Connell, but we just had we had a tribal coach, Kevin O'Connell. We've been trying to, I wish we could have tribal coached Brian Daboll, but you know what I'm saying? He kind of he folded on us a little bit.
Vanilla Nick.
Yeah, so I think the only 3 coaches who I'd be like, yeah, if we was the rank, Kyle, you doing Kyle?
No,
Big Dog Shanahan,
I can't.
Sean Payton,
I can't.
the Hard brothers.
I can't.
Oh, neither one of the Hard brothers.
The LA Hard brothers. The LA Hard brother is closer than the Baltimore Hard
closer?
brother. He's closer.
Closer than the Baltimore
I look
Hard
at
brother.
Harbaugh and Tomlin the same way right now. I have seen the same thing from y'all for the last 5 years. I don't want to hear nothing about anything until y'all are in the Super Bowl.
Got you.
That's the
All right.
Their seasons are fully banked on Super Bowl or bust. Legitimately, the only coaches that I look at now, Super Bowl or bust. Nothing else.
All right. So we just want to take a moment to acknowledge everything that is Matt LaFleur. And, for a while we kept telling people most underrated, underappreciated coach in the game. And we hope you've been around. Wake up. LaFleur is one of the top head coaches in the game to us. So that is all. So the Packers on that end, we ain't got to really recap too much. They don't got too much front office changes. This change. I think they do got a new defensive coordinator, right? Or he's going into his second year.
Second year, I think.
Yeah, going into his second year. I got to remember his name. Let's look at the roster. And last year's record for how did the Packers go for you last year? To me, 11-6, about right where I expected them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right there. Again, I think I still had them third. Well, no, I think I had them second with Minnesota.
Yeah,
third,
I think I had them. I think I had them second too.
Yeah, I think I still had them second with Minnesota third. It was still kind of close. Just like I think I still had each one of them. I know for a fact I still had Green Bay 10 wins. I think I still had Minnesota 10. I did not expect 14, 15 for them.
Me neither.
That's what it is. All right, recapping the Packers. Jacobs, what a monster last year. Xavier McKinney, what a monster last year. I do wonder, I know they released Alexander, what it would have looked like if he was healthy. Edger and Hooper. Edger and Cooper. Hoops. And somebody who I just haven't heard too much about, that feel like I might need my peoples in the Green Bay area and fandom to let me know. Can you go down to defense, please? What in the world is going on with Lucas Van Ness?
Yo, bro disappeared.
Yeah, it feels like the brother disappeared. And it also feels like Bale owes me an apology because at the end of the day, me and him both had an argument over who's better, Rashawn Gary or Brian Burns, and I think we both were wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, I think we both were wrong. Yeah, on who's better, Rashawn Gary or Brian Burns at this point. And so, you know what I'm saying? Edger and Cooper, hoops. Again, somebody please fill me in on what is going on with Lucas Van Ness? Javon Bullard, mess with the guy. Like him.
Dog.
Yeah, excited to see what he's coming into next year. And Quay Walker, of course, doing what Bulldogs do, killing it. So as a team, again, everything that was the Packers last year, expected. Well coached team, grew. Some players came in. Um, Tyron Hooper. We'll see what he about next year. Hopefully, he's not a roster cut this year or something. You know what I'm saying? Look at Christian Watson with 3 tackles in the game, man. Picking up for Jordan Love slack. Hey, Christian Watson, CB4 on your roster. You ain't got him in there.
Hey,
Pick him up.
yo.
Bo Milton is now training at DB.
But yeah, I
News
remember you
dropped
saying
today.
that earlier.
Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah. Bo Milton training at DB, so that's crazy. Can you go to the wide receiver stats, please? Let's look at the wide receiver stats up there, and we can talk about some of these guys up there. I think I came up here and I said Dontavian Wicks was gonna be the sneaky guy, and I think he was the one who was getting kicked off of like for his attitude, if I remember right. It just never felt like every time I watched the Packers, they could have a healthy unit. Somebody was getting a hamstring or a concussion. It was like, dang, all of
Every
y'all
game.
can't stay on the field. Yeah, like all y'all can't stay on the field. So, the tight end duo that is Kraft and Musgrave, I mess with them. Didn't
They
expect Tucker to
disappointed me.
come.
Yeah, they disappointed me this year.
Yeah, like what Tucker? I feel like Tucker who? I feel like Tucker
Tucker
who?
did. Tucker, but I think Luke Musgrave going down changed the whole dynamic of that. He only
Yeah,
played 7 games, 7 receptions,
yeah.
10 targets. Like that.
I
That to
mess with
me
them.
changed everything.
Christian Watson. I think that brother's gonna need some money here soon.
Yep.
And I think that's why the golden pickup was a thing. Even though I don't remember him being available. Uh, I felt like Emeka Ibuka was the perfect receiver for what
Hmm.
LaFleur and them be wanting to do. So, yeah, I felt like the golden pickup was Watson Insurance. So,
I think
yeah,
Watson gonna get Drake London money.
that'd be crazy. I think that screws the rest in the room if he does. Like I think like a Dobbs and a Wicks will be gone. I think Jaden would stay around. I don't think they could. I don't think they could give Watson that type of bread and keep the other two.
I mean, if anything,
So
you can almost look at it like a San Francisco situation where they pay Reed, and then Watson is the Debo guy who ends up somewhere else.
yeah,
Just because I mean, if we
yeah,
talk
man.
about health,
Packers, Packers well run team, well run roster to me. Well coached. I think we just got to talk about who is the wild card of all wild cards in the entirety of the NFC picture and the NFL quarterback picture, man. That man, Jordan Love. And what do we really expect and what really is the love machine?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I look at Jordan Love, and I think the one thing that's gonna change everything for Jordan Love is just his football maturity. His football maturity, meaning his football IQ and the quality of decisions he makes.
And friggin'
If that can turn and take the turn in year what? This is year 5 for him.
year three as a starter though, right? Three as a
Yeah, 3
starter.
as a starter, year 5 in the NFL. If he can make that turn this year, they could easily be number one. I remember last year we talked about this, and I had Green Bay teetering being the number 1 seed in the NFC North.
I think there was a play against the Rams where like I think they came back and LaFleur was like they do film grades. And he was like, I gave him, he was like, even though it was a 50-yard bomb and he got us to the goal line, that grade was a 0. Like he said, I gave him a 0 on it. He said that was the wrong pass to make. He was like, so yeah, I do think it is like Jordan just leveling off. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
had somebody in the comments TikTok video said they wish Jordan scrambled more. And I was like, I'm not saying Jordan's not athletic, but I don't think I want Jordan getting on the move more. You know what I'm saying? But
the more
it's
he
always
gets on the
funny when they
move,
talk
the
about,
worse decisions
yeah,
he makes.
when Jordan drop back and do that one hop, that ball is gone for 40, boy.
Bro, Jordan Love is us on the fish tables or us in the
Yeah,
casino, bro.
yeah, just
We
all
we
in,
up
baby.
we up a couple $100. All in on
Yeah,
black.
send
All
it,
in on
send
black.
it. Yeah,
Mandela.
I came in with 100. We up to 1,000, but I want 10. We up, like
Yeah.
we up. So
I'm gonna put
I think
900 on the table and I'm gonna keep my 100 I came in with.
Jordan is 100% the wild card to me. Just in the NFC and just in the the quarterback, like I said, discussion in general, because you can look up there and you could be like, the brother has, the ability to throw off of any platform and still get it there. And you know what I'm saying? And you just like, okay, that's there. That's kind of crazy. Some of these throws you make. Like you said, there is those inconsistencies on the back end. And then you're just like, I said, bro, if you clean that up and you keep your guy, you keep y'all ahead and we see better decision making consistently throughout. Like, bro, there's no reason again you shouldn't be pushed more towards the topper of the quarterback discussions right now. So yeah, I'm always like I see he really is the wild card in the quarterback discussion to me
He should
for
he, sh-
exactly the
he
reason you
should be a
said.
top 10 quarterback.
Yeah,
I mean, I put him in the
yeah.
same conversation that we put Herbert. It's like if the quality of decisions you make just improve. Only difference is Love got the targets. Herbert don't. Like, I don't know, man.
Um, Matthew Golden, first round wide receiver. We always joke that the Packers won't take one, and they took one. So there is investment there. What is your expectations for Matthew Golden in year one? He was a dude for me who obviously when I watch Texas, I'm watching for Isaiah Bond because that was my dude,
Yeah.
and the brother's not even in the league right now. And then Bowden, who I believe went back, was fire. But then Matthew Golden just seemed to have the best 5 games of his season when it mattered most towards the end of the year for Texas. And you just go back, you're like, yo, this brother's winning on everything. And I don't want to put him in that same box, but I felt like with him how I felt with AD Mitchell. I'm like, this brother can win. He don't look like he's moving as fast as he is because they're just super smooth. But you're like, oh, this brother's zooming past people, contested catch. You could tell he's catching DBs off guard. So like, I kind of have pretty higher expectations for Golden. I think in like his usage, I don't want to say like I can see him being like a 100 catch guy, but if you told me, I would put my money on him that he would be the double digit touchdown guy on this team.
Um, I look at
Like
Matthew
if there was a
Golden.
double, yeah, if there was a double digit wide receiver on the Packers, I would be like, it's Matthew Golden next year.
Matthew Golden is the Jamison Williams of this team.
Mm.
Bro wins every route he runs.
Yeah,
Jamison Williams is open every route he runs. I mean, I'd give him like an 85%, 85% win rate. Jamison Williams wins damn near every route. And it helps because you got Amon Ra over there. Then you got the pretty much your safety or your corner CB2 on the tight end. I look at I
yeah,
look at this roster, very similar. Matthew Golden can be your Jamison Williams. He got top end speed, but he can route the hell out of everybody.
yeah. I miss with Golden. I think Golden's numbers might be higher in touchdown production than I think in catches and yardage because I think there's a lot of love to be shared. But I think he's gonna find those matchups and they're gonna use him that way. And I said I kind of have a floor for him of like 7 TDs next year.
Damn, damn,
Yeah, I
damn.
said I think he'll be closer to double digits than like if he had like 5, I would really have to go back and be like, what happened, bro? Like
I
I
can
would be like just
I
a
can see
little upset
seven.
if
I
I
can see
see him with
seven
5.
total. Because I mean, I
Yeah,
think he's the type of dude where you get him out on the edge on like a jet sweep or something,
yeah,
or
but like,
like a
and I'm
play
looking at like
action.
all their packages, like we see like goal line packages. Like I think he's gonna get a good goal line, like yeah, not fade routes, but the creativity they use and just these quick. Yeah, I think Golden could win that stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I'm with that.
yeah, like I would again. If we come back and Golden is 9, 10 touchdown dude, I'm not gonna be shocked. Not in year one. Like and,
Yeah.
and I usually would never do that for a wide receiver. Like I just be like, oh, let it. I like I said again, if we came back and Golden had like 5, I'd be like, yeah, what? Let me see what's going on over there. Obviously, we gonna
Whose
watch.
fault is this?
Yeah, let me see what's
Is this
going on
Jordan's
over there
fault?
because I think it's almost gonna be difficult with what I think he brings to this team to like not have him on the field. And so, brother smooth, and he gets to it, man. I was really impressed with what I saw with him at the end of the year. So, yeah. Quiet as it's kept. Jordan Morgan, man, get on that O line, man. I had some stock in you from the draft, man. I need you to get up there and start somewhere, brother. Get in there and give some love, man. I was trying to get you up out the draft, Jordan. But they got hitters up there on the O line. It just seems like the Packers always keep a solid O line around.
Yeah.
So yeah. Um, I'm sorry, Packers fans, if it don't feel as in depth, like kind of how we went with the Bears, because they went through a lot of changes and a lot of things. But you're a good team with one of the better coaches and a wild card of a quarterback. I really like your weapons overall. Again, the defense is there. Just feel like you're a team who, again, would not be shocked if you know you went on a run this year. Again, it's
Yeah,
there. I do think, like you said, we talked about is Jordan and the decision making that I think is going to be what changes everything. And Marshawn Lloyd, last year I said I thought they had the best three running backs. Now it's the two tandem. And Malik Willis, gonna get you one, man. I'm glad you're over there doing something good, chilling, man. Malik Willis and Sean Clifford. Sean Clifford, who at Penn State made Will Levis leave to Kentucky. Never forget the legend that is Sean Clifford.
hey
We're
man,
never gonna let it
Malik
down.
Willis's run last year when Jordan Love was hurt says everything about this organization and coaching staff,
Yeah. Yeah,
especially
you
after
just I
Malik Willis
think
was handled in Tennessee.
yeah. I just think highly of everything that they got going on over there. Um Again, this is a team when we do go to it. I'm not like automatically, even before looking at the structure of the schedule, the floor for me is at 9. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
think it's just finding that window of like how high do I think they will go. And so
I think the floor is like 9 or 10, and I mean,
yeah,
I might as well just switch
that's
over to the
before we
schedule
look at
now.
how the schedule's going. But before we do that, real quick, top 3 key players or your watch list players. Um, Go to defense, please, just so I can remember the name. The 3 players I will be looking at. You know what? Let's go ahead and start it off. Make it hot. Lucas Van Ness. Again, if I'm
Mhm,
wrong on him,
mhm.
I'm wrong on him. I like the brother coming out. It just felt like he disappeared. Lucas Van Ness. Show me what you're working with, brother. Edgerrin Cooper. I just want him to be great because because I don't want the linebacker position to fall into this place after Fred Warner and them dip out. So you know what I'm saying? I seen enough in Edgerrin Cooper to be like, brother, I need you to keep, make the linebacker, let the bloodline live on. That's what I want to see. And then Javon Bullard. I liked him coming out. I know Kalen King was a pickup later on in the draft that I like too, but there is a hole there in the secondary. I feel
Yep.
like with Alexander being gone, I know he had injuries, but there is a hole there to me. So just seeing who fills out on the corners is very important because I do feel like looking at it, I trust your safeties enough that I feel like it should help out your corners, but that's probably my biggest question mark is the corner rotation.
Yeah. For me, it's the cornerback room. I would say the whole secondary, but like you said, man, that safety duo is nice. Xavier McKinney, I think had 7 to 9 interceptions last year. But I'm looking at that secondary in that corner room. That to me is gonna be something I look at all season, especially after losing Jair. When you got a guy that can, when he was healthy, take one side of the field away,
Yep.
then everything else on the other side just kind of goes under the, it goes under the radar because everybody's focused on that one side that's gone basically. The
Yep.
other thing who I'm gonna just call it number 3 is Jordan Love. Your decision making is going to be the reason y'all win 12 games, or it's going to be the reason y'all hit your floor in 9 games.
Yep.
But that's what I'm looking at, man. The secondary room or the corner room, and then Jordan Love.
All right. Let's get to this schedule and get us a floor and a ceiling for the 2025 Green Bay Packers. Opening up week 1 at home versus Detroit because I have them splitting. I'm gonna have them take week 1.
Yeah, they taking
I'll
week
give
one.
I'll give them the home game, and then short week in it Thursday night versus the Commanders at the crib again. I'll give them
They
that.
2-0. Yeah, they 2-0.
Is they 4-0 at the bye week?
Yes, 100%. They
Oh,
going into Dallas and going Sasa again.
that's crazy. The Packers are 4-0 to the bye week. This sound if you're a Bears fan and you stayed this long after what we did to you up to your bye week and you heard us say the Packers are 4-0 to theirs, you were just shaking your fist at us. I understand if you like say bad things in the comments because that's crazy.
I feel bad. I feel
Out
bad
the
for the
bye week.
NFC North all having week 5, or at least two of them, 2 of the 14 with a week 5 bye week.
Week 6 L out of bye week. I know we don't do that, but this is this is a 1-4 Bengals team.
Yo.
This is-
Hey
you know what I'm
yo.
saying? This is Desperate Joe and Jamar taking advantage because they got to turn it up now. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild.
So yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Then they
Four and
go
one.
at Arizona and at Pittsburgh. Um, I don't feel comfortable giving them both of those.
Nah,
For
I
some
don't
odd
even.
reason, I
I,
don't.
I don't even feel comfortable giving them one.
The Aaron Rodgers revenge game,
Yeah,
Pittsburgh
that's
baby.
that's
Forgot
why I
all
look at
about that.
that.
At
Like
Pittsburgh.
Arizona was on a roll last year, right? Health obviously played a
Yeah.
little bit of a factor, but I think they lose to both of them. They're four and
So
three
four.
after the bye.
Oh, so they 4-4 because they damn sure losing to the Panthers, baby. The Bryce Young revenge game. They sold us. We spiked that ball at 1 second, man. We spiked that ball that last game. So hot. So 4-0 at the bye week, out of the bye. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it. Boom, you get 5. So you're at 6 by the time you get to Philly. So right now I got 6 by the time you get to Philly. Philly to toss up,
Nah,
giving it to Philly.
hell no,
Not
that's
yet. You're
not a
not
toss
going.
up.
Hell
Hell no,
no.
that's not a toss up. No, we beat their ass in Brazil. We beat them in the playoffs. We about to beat them again this year.
Boom. At New York, give you that.
Yeah,
At home versus Minnesota, give you that. On the
yeah.
road versus Detroit, not giving you that. You had them sweeping Chicago.
Sweep in Chicago.
That's 2 right there. At Denver, interesting.
That's a toss up because it's week 15. Standings is gonna play a whole big factor into this in week 15. Denver's not who we thought they was 2 years ago. They not who they were 2 years ago, bro. Bo Nix is
So look, we
him.
got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there is a 12-win ceiling.
Hmm.
There is a 12-win ceiling. There is a 12-win ceiling. I think I'm comfortable to say I see a 9-win floor.
Yeah,
So anything under 500 to me is a failure for the 2025
100%,
Packers. Like, yeah,
100%.
yeah, yeah. So I see the 9 wins, the 12. Yeah, that's yeah. So 9 floor, 12 ceiling. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. All right. Any final thoughts on Green Bay before we head over to Minnesota?
Oh, sir. Like you said, man, straightforward, great organization, great quarterback, great wide
They
receiver
do their
room,
thing.
easy to look at.